Hello there, this is BinaryOptions.com, and we are discussing one concept that is really easy to understand for most of the people, but it is very difficult to project, at least when it comes to the move forward in time. We're talking about channeling. Channeling in trading. How to use channeling in trading, and most importantly, what is channeling? Well, first of all, in order to have a move that is channeling, one needs to have a trend, and a trend can be either bullish, and it would look something like this. So a trend can be either bullish or a trend can be bearish. Now, if you have a bullish or a bearish trend, the idea is that in a bullish trend, on each and every dip, we should look to buy call options, something like here, something like here as well, here as well, and of course in the bearish trend, one should look to buy put options, as we are looking for market to move to the downside. The stronger the trend, the more powerful the move to the downside or to the upside will be. Now, what does it mean? Can't we buy in a bullish trend put options in here? Yes, of course we can, but they are going to be more risky than the call options. Can't we buy call options here? Of course we can, but they are going to be more risky because the trend, the overall trend is to the downside or to the upside. Now, what do these two situations have in common here? First of all, they have a series of, in a bullish trend, you have a high, or let's say you have a low in here, and then you have a higher low, and then a higher low, and then another higher low, and so on and so forth. This is the very definition of a trend. The same it is valid to the downside, as you will have a low, or a lower high, and then a next lower high, and then a next lower high, like this. And again, this is the very definition of a trend. Unless or until this is changing, the trend is not changing. How do we know, or how to trade binary options when a move is channeling, or how to use that opportunity given by channeling? First of all, channeling doesn't mean that market, let's try to take a trend line here, from, let's say, from here to here, like this. Let's make it a bit bigger, like this. And if we clone it and we put it something like here, like this, this is a channel. So channeling doesn't mean that the market needs to stay in this, between these trend lines. No, that is not channeling. Channeling represents where market ends. If it ends at resistance at the upper side of the channel in a bullish trend, or at the lower side of the channel in a bearish trend, that is being called channeling. So if you go and apply the same principle on this bearish trend here, and we put it something like this, is this move channeling? Well, of course it is channeling, but it is not ending at the lower side of the channel. This one ends something on the upper side of the channel. That is not channeling. It may be called channeling if market, for example, goes out of this channel, comes back into it, and then ends at the resistance, at the support level. That is channeling, and then the channel is being broken. Let's move on with the second part, when we will illustrate exactly how to do and how to treat channeling when it comes to binary options trading. Again, the most important thing is not the fact that market stays between two trend lines, or in the middle of the channel, but the most important thing is where it ends. If the end is on the projected trend line, then that is channeling. Channeling, it is being used very well with Elliott Wave's theory, as it implies a zigzag or a zigzag family pattern, but then with that we'll discuss on the second part. Stay tuned here for the second part, please.